Affidavit containing new allegations against Defense Secretary nominee Pete Hegseth. NBC's Julie Sirkin helped break this story. She joins us now. What more can you tell us?
Well, Chris, this is significant because for the first time we are hearing on the record of somebody who spoke directly with Samantha Hegseth during the time in which she was married to Pete Hegseth, who shared concerns fearing for her safety. I'm talking about Danielle Hegseth. She's the former sister-in-law to both Samantha and Pete Hegseth. She says in this copy of this affidavit, a redacted version, quote, "I have chosen to come forward publicly at significant personal sacrifice because I am deeply concerned by what Hegseth's confirmation would mean for our military and our country." She adds that part of her reason, and this is so significant, Chris, for coming forward is because I have been assured that making this public statement will ensure that certain senators who are still on the fence will vote against Hegseth's confirmation. But for that assurance, I would not subject myself or others referred to in this statement to the public scrutiny this statement is likely to cause. This has been the culmination of days of work from committee staffers on the Armed Services Committee who have been first in touch with somebody with secondhand knowledge of these allegations. Then they were directly in touch with Danielle Hegseth. This was a work in progress to get her to come forward. Reid, who is the top Democrat on the panel that was considering Hegseth's nomination, he actually sent Danielle Hegseth a letter over the weekend that we have obtained asking her to detail any examples of abuse or threatening conduct from Pete Hegseth toward any of his ex-wives, and now we have this result, which is this affidavit, which is currently being viewed by some senators. This has just started to happen after we've obtained a redacted version of this affidavit, and I'll tell you, Chris, that yesterday Hegseth was reported out of the committee on a party line vote, 14 to 13. That vote was swift. It sets up a full Senate vote potentially as early as Thursday. That is significant because once the full Senate votes and approves his nomination, he only needs a simple majority, which means 51 need to vote for him, and of course there's a 53 threshold of Republicans in the Senate. That means he would be confirmed as Secretary of Defense unless something happens to tank his nomination. In this affidavit, Danielle Hegseth makes a reference of having confirmation that there will be enough senators, meaning at least 4 Republicans that will side with all Democrats to tank Hegseth's nomination. At this point, of course, we don't know if that's going to happen since this is freshly developing. I will also point out we did hear back from Hegseth's attorney. We heard back from his spokesperson as well, and they are denying any of these allegations and saying that Danielle Hegseth is somebody that has not gotten along with Pete Hegseth. So rapid-fire developments here, but this is what we can bring you, Chris.